Yeah, the deployment cap of 10 here is a little bit unfortunate because it's... If I could only get a couple more people in, it would be great. And I don't really want to let Annette get left behind. I think we'll swap out adjutants for now. But if I'm not going to be using the experience gem, I should definitely give it to someone else who's going to use it. Sylvain and Nadu would be good choices, but they already have shields. I don't really think necessarily needs it. I wonder if it raises weapon experience you get. In that case, it might be worth giving to Leone. Then versus 15. Looks like this is a familiar map. Probably use Leone and Ashe more than Felix and Shamir. Try to avoid using Ingrid more than Sylvain and Nadu. I should probably give a little bit of experience for Dimitri. Leave everyone who's over level 20 kind of out of the fight this time around. Because I have the luxury of it because I'm over leveled in this case. The enemy is almost entirely physical.
What should I do? Weak.
I don't dislike the design of the silver shield, but it doesn't really mesh with the rest of Nadu's appearance. It probably will look better when he's a fortress knight.
I'm on it. Be gone.
Ready. Let's get to it.
I'll give it my all.
It's really a shame to waste a turn like that. Not getting anything done with Leone.
Here we go.
Stay focused. I'll go.
to work.
You never had a chance.
Easy.
My advice for enjoyment of quests is that you probably shouldn't wait until you're very far ahead of the level in order to take it. Because these are, you know, it's kind of fun to watch your units just totally wipe the floor with an enemy, but it's not all that tactically interesting. It doesn't take a lot of thought. There's no panicking. And if you're not panicking under the pressure of your enemies in a Fire Emblem game, then the difficulty should be turned up, I think. But that's just my taste.
Is that all? So obvious.
Close one.
A threat eliminated.
Yeah.
Won't work.
Each new experience is an asset.
Seems like you don't get any skills very frequently for the movement type skills. So for your heavy armor, riding, I'd use the combat art for the bonus experience. So I didn't have to move next to Byleth.
That was tough.
How do you like that?
Easy.
So obvious.
probably be better to let the do it Sylvain handle that.
That is that.
Ineffective.
Hate me all you want.
I was hoping she wouldn't crit.
Boring. Great work.
Ah well. It only makes a little bit of difference in the experience gain.
Easy.
It's all coming together.
Sufficient.
Another one down.
No hesitation. As expected.
Impressive. Luck wasn't with you.
The fight continues.
I just had what I think may be an interesting idea for something to do next turn.
Too slow.
Looks like we won't get to see it.
You weren't ready.
But the idea was you take the impregnable wall skill and make it so everyone can only do 1 damage, and use that to grind some experience against under-leveled opponents. So you can basically get 6 attacks in, when normally you'd only be able to get maybe 2. That one was pretty quick. This one probably will be too. So we can probably squeeze 2 of them into this video. Route 10 versus 15. Looks like they only used half the map in this one though. Kind of awkward. Alright, we've got magic user there, and another one there. So primarily physical again, as tends to be the case. Saw 20, 22, so nothing very threatening at all. I think we'll just hold Felix back completely this time. Suppose we can do the same with Ingrid.
What should I do?
To do is not a good idea.
I'm on it.
To put him against mages.
I'll give it my all. Ah! Ha! Doing my part.
Weak.
Easy. Be gone. Stay focused.
To work.
I'll cut through. Is that all?
Let's get to it.
That
That takes care of that.
Ready.
Here we go.
I'll go.
I'll celebrate later. Nice try.
You never had a chance.
I call that a win.
Weak.
Ineffective.
The fight continues. So this is how it's done.
What's next? I must stay focused.
Ha!
luck wasn't with you.
So obvious. Let the lesson begin. Each battle, a chance to grow.
That takes care of that. Over already.
Won't work. Give up.
That was another pretty quick one. The next one should be much more interesting. But, I guess that sort of shows how, in endgame, this team is supposed to function. Just cutting through everything and blocking everything with armor knights so the archers can pick everything off.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for teaching me.
So, you're too kind. Now I'm feeling a bit shy. So, I was right.
I would like to do this again some. No need to discontinue with the praises.
was certain I had it. I prefer constructive advice over kind words.
Ladies and gentlemen, my sincerest apologies for the wait. Thank you for gathering here on the eve of the highly anticipated ball to bear witness to the Academy-wide dance competition. Welcome to the White Heron Cup. The competition will be judged by me, your humble servant, Alois Rangel, and also the acclaimed former songstress of the Mittelfrank Opera Company, Manuela Casagranda.
Yes, thank you. Oh, and it should go without saying, but I swear to show no bias to my own house. Got it? Good.
Last but not least, the glamorous assassin who does all of her dancing in the dead of night, Shamir Navrand! The three of us swear on our honor to judge the following proceedings with utmost impartiality and fairness. And with that, will the representatives of each house please make their way to the stage? Contestants, are you ready to dance? And is the band prepared to play? Very well. Begin! Time! That's all, folks! Splendid! All three of you were fantastic! Now, let's hear what the judges have to say.
Oh my, let's see. I suppose I have no choice but to vote for the Blue Lion House. Your performance was exhilarating. My heart is still beating a mile a minute.
I vote for the Blue Lion House. The way you carried yourself was striking.
Great feedback, both of you. Well then, let's see. Factoring in my own humble opinion, yes, we have a winner. And I will announce who it is right now, without any delay. The winner of this year's White Heron Cup is the Blue Lion House!
Nonsense.
Once more, please give a big round of applause for our talented participants.
I apologize for the wait. Thank you. Ah. Ah. No. Thank you for the treat. I had a wonderful time. I would love to do this again, if that is acceptable to you.
Good enough, Professor?
It's all instinct now. I appreciate your effort.
You've done me a great service.
Thank you so much.
Mercedes, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but will you lend me a hand?
What can I do for you? Oh, is the cuff of your overcoat still torn? Mending that shouldn't be a problem at all.
It's pathetic, I know, but I fear my sewing skills are... well, as you can see, they're just about non-existent.
Goodness, you must have been concerned when I tore your cuff.
Ah, well... that is to say... would you please teach me to sew? I hear you're rather amazing at it.
Of course I'll teach you. Don't look so heartbroken.
You will? Thank you. Oh, I owe you for this.
I'll go get my sewing kit. You wait here. I'm so sorry, Dimitri. I've never seen, well, it's just a bit...
No need to dance around the issue. You're fed up with my clumsy efforts, aren't you?
I thought you might end up bending some needles if you tried mending this on your own, but... how did you manage to break a pair of scissors?
I'm so sorry, really. I try to be careful, but with delicate work like this, I just can't seem to manage.
There's no need to apologize. But you must have been uncomfortable making your way here with this tear.
My inability to control my own strength is humiliating. Of course I'm useless at needlework.
No giving up on yourself. You just have to practice, that's all. No matter how difficult something is, if you keep at it and don't give up, then you're sure to improve. Isn't that what you told me?
Right you are. To give in to despair isn't like me. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I'm ready to give it another go.
Great! I'm glad to hear it. First things first, let's make sure the needle is actually threaded this time.
No! I bent another one.
I think I get it. So the Sky God got into an argument with the Earth God, then Dusker was created?
To oversimplify it somewhat, yes.
There's something so mysterious about it. There are only mountains separating us from Dusker, but it's like a completely different world. This has been so interesting. I've never learned so much about it before.
There are not many left to pass on the legends of Dusker.
Really? That's a shame. It's almost like when someone dies, or a family line ends. I think a place is only truly destroyed when there's no one left to remember it. You should tell more people about Dusker to keep it alive.
That is a strange thing to say.
Oh? Why do you think that?
Dusker is forever the enemy of Fargus. No one cares about our culture or history.
I'm different, though. I don't know anyone who was killed by the people of Dusker. I don't hold a grudge against you, and I never have. Didu? Is this recipe from Dusker?
You don't care for it.
No. I was actually surprised by how much I enjoyed it. Would you teach me how to make it soon?
But it seems I am ever the teacher with you, and seldom the student.
You're right. I'm so sorry. I have an idea. My mother taught me to bake the perfect sweets to go with tea. Would you like to learn how to bake them? It's a secret Martritz family recipe that's been passed down for generations.
House Martritz of the Empire. I thought they were no more.
It's true. My father's family was wiped out in the Empire. I'm the last living descendant.
Are you certain you wish to impart such precious memories to me?
Of course. Now that my family's gone, I'm the only one who knows the secret. The sweets would vanish from Fodlan if something happened to me.
I see your point. Yes, I would like to learn.
Sylvain! Good timing. There's something I want to say to you.
Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? Did you spot me sneaking back in this morning? Or is it about that girl who got mad I kissed her sister goodnight? I can explain either way.
No, I'm not here to get after you about those things. Surely other people have that covered. What I really want to talk about is your behavior during our training sessions. When we're sparring, you're always passing on great opportunities to get the edge on me. It's almost as though you're going out of your way to make me think you're incapable.
Nah, I just like giving other people the spotlight.
Uh-huh. It's not that you took something I said to heart about how you don't have to work hard to be good at stuff and how that isn't fair?
I did take those things to heart. We're friends, right? I'd be sad if you started to hate me. There's just one thing I want you to remember. Guys like me, who hate hard work and sort of get by on our wits, it all falls apart eventually. I'm smart enough to know that. So I respect people like you. I mean it.
Oh, is that sincerity? It's kind of creeping me out. It's just so unlike you.
Huh?
When you say nice things like that, I can't take joy in beating you. I want to beat you when you're at your best. That's why it bothers me so much when you don't try your hardest against me.
Let me put this a different way. I've always been treated like I'm special, and I'm not. At least, I don't think I am. I'm just tired of people thinking they know what I can and can't do. When everybody expects something of you, or envies you, it's kind of suffocating. I'd rather people think I'm dumb. Well, I mean, I can still be pretty dumb.
I have to admit, I have a hard time understanding where you're coming from. Just know that I want you to keep being great at everything without trying. If you stop being that way, I won't have any competition.
Competition, huh? I like the sound of that. Where the heck were you when I was growing up? If I had someone like you back then, I think I may have turned out different. And better, I mean. Anyway, I'd love to chat more with you. Would you like to grab some tea with me, or?
Oh, sure thing. The very next moment I'm free. For now, I need to get to my magic training.
Oh, I see. Some other time then. I look forward to it, Annette.
Alright, so that takes care of 2 small battles. Next one, we'll go on a more interesting one.